Let's get you untangled. Is it going to be a tangly day? Is it going to be a tangly day today? It's okay. I'll help you. Well, hey there, everyone. It's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi. Hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. We are here at the, forget the name of this place, but it's the City of Arvada open space or part of that. Just gonna go on a little walk. I'm sure you can see up ahead, up in the clouds, we've got some rain clouds and some storms that are just kind of floating around. It sprinkled a little bit on our way over here. So we're gonna do the short version of this and just kind of do life update stuff. And then depending on what the weather looks like, that may just be it. And then I'm gonna take Apollo probably to the back to the house so I can get a raincoat. And then we'll head back out again and just do some stuff around the house. That way, if it does start pouring rain, we can make it back to the house. I initially planned on doing this full loop, which is about a 6-point-something or 7-mile loop, but I don't have a rain jacket, and so I don't want to get caught in a storm and just be stuck, you know, in the middle of a super long hike. So I figure we'll just make this a short one, head back to the house, and then regroup from there. So that's what's going on today. Today is Saturday at the time of filming this, and yeah, we had a super lazy morning, lazy day. Oh, potty break, hold on. We've got to go throw this away now. Oh my gosh, another tangle? Sir, what's going on? You tangly? We've got to head back down to the parking lot and throw this away. So yeah, we had a very lazy day today. I woke up, didn't wake up until like 8, and then took Apollo out, and I was like, do you want to go cuddle? And he immediately ran right back up into the bed and laid down. I was like, okay, so I fell back asleep for a little bit, woke up, just, you know, was on my phone, watching videos and checking stuff. And then we got up and I did some laundry and just kind of hung out around the house. So it's already like 2 o'clock in the afternoon because we just sat around the house today, and I got a little bit of housework done, but mostly I was just lounging, which was kind of nice. I'm on a long weekend. I have tomorrow, Sunday off, and Monday. And so I was like, we should probably get you some exercise today. And it has been generally a nice week so far. This is kind of the first day that we've got some of these rain clouds coming in. So I'm hoping tomorrow we'll have some good weather too. I was even thinking of taking him over to the reservoir in Longmont, Colorado, that allows dogs off leash, so he can go splash around. But yesterday we did a long walk around town. I took him down to the creek and he jumped in there and played around. That was nice. And then, come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on, Sniffy boy. And then last night I met up with some friends. We went to this Mexican restaurant downtown and just hung out and chit-chatted. We were there a long time. We got there at like 7. We didn't leave till like 9:30. We were just having a good old time. And then they went out and had drinks after. But I was like, I want to get home to my boy. And, you know, I'm not really a bar guy right now. So I was like, I think I'm going to head home. So I came home and hung out with Apollo and diamond painted for just a little bit and then went to bed. So yeah, pretty lake. Little reservoir action. You ready? You ready? So yeah, this is well, we've been here a bunch of times, but this is where I filmed the end of the the end of the starting my own diamond painting business. Oh, look at these fighter jets. Sorry, just putting on some more SPF lip oil from vacation. This is their Chardonnay SPF 30 lip oil. Fantastic, fantastic. Gives you just a little gloss, but not like gross gloss where your lips are all like sticky and tacky. It's just like a nice lip oil. But it has SPF 30, which is nice, and it tastes like caramel sauce and whipped cream. Okay. Get it together. So yeah, this is where I filmed that kind of the end part of that video, like the Blair Witchy kind of scene at night. I parked down there, had Apollo in the car, and then I was just running back and forth right here while he watched me. So anyway, but yeah, hope things are going well with you. Make sure to leave in the comments how things are going for you. I'm gonna try to film a responding to your comments video either tomorrow or Monday. One of those days I'd like to do a mountainous hike, so I may not have enough cell service to scroll through comments, but on the opposite day I would prefer to catch up on some more comments. We might come back up here and do the longer stretch, but we'll see. So I've already got a bunch coming in from my most recent videos and I'm still way behind, so but yeah, I just wanted to get out and do a little something. I'm wearing my comfy shorts. I have some shorts that are more like khaki shorts that are more not meant for activities necessarily. But these are like my last pair that I had that I have a lot of laundry to do that are more for activities. And they're like 2 sizes too big now, so I've really got them cinched up. And then I really didn't have any workout shirts left that I wanted to wear, so I'm just wearing a plaid button up that I just have the sleeves rolled up on, but it's comfy enough. So yeah, just figured we'd come out here and play around and do this loop. This is about, I think, 2-point-something miles around the entire lake. So I figured we'll do that, see what the weather looks like when we get back around. And get this boy out for some exercise. We've been averaging, I want to say about 6 miles a day now, between the morning and evening walks. So he's been pretty chill, which is nice. I feel like he's hit a good exercise level that he appreciates. So, isn't that right? Isn't that right? Yeah. So he's been a lot more docile throughout the day, you know, after we go on our morning walk and stuff. He just kind of flops down and hangs out in the bed and watches me work or do whatever. And then today I thought he was going to get up and be like, come on, let's go, let's start our day. And he was being a total bum with me. So I'm like, I think you're at a happy exercise level right now, which is good. And he's been eating more recently, which has been expensive, but that's fine. I ordered one of his bags of dog food. I ordered it about a week ago, and I was like, okay, well, between what I have here and this one, that'll keep him good through my vacation, so he'll have plenty for when Doug watches him. And he's already almost through the bag that I thought would be good, so I had to order another one. And hopefully it gets here on time. If it doesn't, then there is a pet food store here in town that does sell that dog food. They just charge more than I can get it online. It's like $20 more if I go in person to get it. But if I've got to do that, I'll do it just so he has enough. So yeah, next paycheck, I'm probably gonna get 2 or 3 bags of that dog food and just, it's a lot of money, but just to make sure that he has plenty, because he has been starting to eat more recently. So, right? You're bulking up, huh? You're bulking up. It's good. It's good. So yeah, But other than that, it's only been a few days since my last vlog. Work's going good, busy but good. I'm gonna try to work on Tuesday when I get back into the office, finishing up that project that I talked about. And then when my boss gets back from vacation, we'll be able to chat about it. But she doesn't get back until the Monday before my vacation, and I'm only in office Monday and Tuesday that week. So really we'll only be overlapping for 2 days, and I'm sure she's gonna have a ton to catch up on. So I don't think we're really gonna regroup on this project until like mid-June, if not late June, because then I have the entire week of my birthday off. So I've got some time to get that going. But yeah, what else? I'd like to go see my mom soon, go see how she's doing. My aunt sent me a text message on my way here. I guess she's in town for one of my cousin's graduations. And so she was like, do you want to meet up for dinner today? I was like, yeah, let's do it. I am taking Apollo out for a hike, and depending on where we go and what we do, I'd say 6 o'clock is probably reasonable. And she's like, oh, that's a little late. I'm like, she didn't say it's a little late, but she was just like, okay, well, how about Tuesday? So I assumed that was too late of dinner for her. Or she has other stuff going on, I'm not sure. So she was like, how about Tuesday? I was like, yeah, that works. So we're gonna go to dinner on Tuesday. And yeah, so that's what we have going on in that end. And then I ended up going into diamond painting. I ended up buying this mounting tape or this mounting adhesive strip stuff because I was struggling with figuring out how to hang up Gizmonda since it's so heavy. I was trying to figure out how to hang it, and I was like, well, I'll get command strips and I'll do this and that. And then my roommate Doug gave me this wooden bar. He's like, well, you could glue the wooden bar to the canvas and then command strip that, so that way it's not pulling on the fabric of the canvas. And I was like, oh, I might be able to do that. And then I was like, well, I don't know if I want to glue a bunch of wood to the back of my canvas. Like, what if I want to frame this someday? So I got on Amazon and I typed in heavy duty command strips because I was like, maybe they make some like industrial ones. But I found this tape. It's not really tape, it's a roll of adhesive, tacky, clear stuff. And it's double-sided, so it looks like a roll of tape, but it's like this thick, gummy kind of plastic stuff. And it had a ton of really good reviews, and it's meant for like hanging pictures and doing a bunch of different stuff without having to put holes in the wall, and it is removable from the wall. And so I was like, this has really good reviews. It's not super duper expensive. So I ordered that, and it was same day delivery. So it came in yesterday, and that stuff works so well because I was able to run a strip of it across the entire top of the canvas, not just little, where the command strips sit. Yeah, I think this rain's coming in. It's getting cooler and the breeze is coming from that direction. So let's get this loop done, and then I might connect back up with you either later today or the next time I film a vlog this weekend. But it's fantastic. It says that it's able to hold, I think it said every X amount of inches of tape you put down can hold 8 pounds. So it can more than hold up Gizmonda. So I just ran a strip of that double-sided tape across the top and put it up on the wall, and it did not budge. It looks great. So we hung that. Me and my roommate, he helped me eye up to make sure it was level. And what was I gonna say? Editing Anthony, try to put a picture of that in if you can. And then we also hung up Medusa because I hadn't hung that since I moved. So we hung that up in the dining room as well. So that's up. Look at the puppy. Look at the puppy. Not supposed to be off leash, but that's also very cute. He's out there swimming. Hold on. Yeah, there's lots of people that come out here to fish and stuff, so But I don't think you're supposed to, well, A, dogs are supposed to be on leash, and B, it says specifically no swimming, so, but that was cute. I worry about reservoirs like this that are just kind of like, it's not stagnant water, like it does get water flow into it, but it's not like a freshwater lake or anything like that. And I'm like, oh, you don't know what kind of nasties are in there. You know, little pups drinking all that. So anyway, so got that hung, and then I still need to film my finish and review of Summer by Alphonse Mucha because I finished that. So that's done. I have it downstairs waiting to film the finish and review. Maybe I'll do that tonight. My roommates have been home this whole weekend and still not super comfy filming when people are just hanging out in the living room while I'm filming. So that might have to wait until the next time I have the house to myself, which will most likely be Tuesday. Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm not sure which of my roommates has Memorial Day off. Maybe both of them, neither of them, I don't know. But the next time I have some time to myself at the house, I will film that. And then, as far as whips go, I've got Stella by Iterations Crafts and Diamond Painting Shop. No progress there. Got my custom of Apollo from Jaded Gem Shop. No progress on that. I have my cross stitch conversion. And no progress on that. And then I have Lotus koi fish from, I forget the name. Ranjitha Anoop, I think might be the artist's name. Hopefully I got that right. That's the one that I have been working on the past couple days since I finished Summer. So I've done another like 4 sections of that. So there's a chance that I might finish that before my vacation, because that was the kit that I was going to take with me to Cedar Point. But if I finish it, obviously I'll have to find something else. So if I do finish it, I'll pick some small kit from my stash and just take it with me. So we'll see. Hold on. So yeah, I'll just pick something small. I was thinking, because I do have muted sound kitted up, not started. So I've got that kitted up, not started, and then I have Inner Garden. Both of those are by Yume Art and Diamond Art Club. Kitted up, not started. Obviously, Inner Garden is far too big to travel with. And then muted sound. So here's what I did. Here's kind of the main topic. So the other, was that yesterday or the day before? I was like, you know what? I want to do a little spring cleaning of my excess, extra drills and specialty drills and this and that I have sitting around, because I ordered some enhancement drills from Jaded Gem Shop. And I've got all these enhancement drills from like a few different shops, just little handfuls and leftovers from previous projects. So I was like, someday I'll order more so I can use these again for a new project, and I just haven't done that. So I have all these bottles of drills that aren't enough for a new project. They're just kind of extras. A lot of them from Mooney Made, some random ABs from Diamond Dots that I saved, that type of thing. So I was like, I've been sitting with these since I completed the project that I used them on, and I haven't touched them since. And so I was like, I think it's time to just clean this up. So I went through my Art Dot storage drawers. Oh, that wind. Hello. You got a storm coming in. So I went through my Art Dot drawers of all these just random onesie twosie, small handfuls of drills, and I just got rid of them all. I was like, I'm not gonna buy more. I know which shops I like to buy my specialty drills from. I'm not gonna buy more of these. So I got rid of most of my Diamond Dots drills. The only thing I kept was the neon drills I have from them, because I have a lot of those. And then all my Mooney Made drills, I got rid of those. And just from some other random shops here and there that I had specialty drills from. So now all I have is those neon drills from Diamond Dots, some metallic drills from Diamond Dots that I had a ton of, and my DP with sparklers stuff. So I got those drills in from Jade, and they look fantastic. I got metallic, I got some, woo, holy moly, that wind really is coming in. I see the rain coming up over the foothills. All right, we got to get back. Oh my word. Oh my word. Okay, you're tripping me up. Let's go. Look at the storms coming right in over the hills. Okay, let's get back because we're gonna get hammered, I feel like. So I got a set of metallic round drills from Jade. It's like the sampler set. I got a sampler set of her glow. They're kind of glow neon drills in both round and square. And then I got a sampler set of her glitter drills in square. So I'm gonna start with those. I'm gonna play with them a little bit. I'm thinking I might use those as well as some of my sparklers for muted sound, which is a project I'm doing for my brother. So I may go into muted sound and, well, I already did this. So I had kitted up muted sound and I had selected some enhancement drills that I already had. And then I made a list of all the other drills I wanted to buy for that kit. But I don't think I'm gonna buy anything. I'm just gonna use what I have between my neons from Diamond Dots, my new glow neons from Jade, my metallics from Jade, and my sparklers. I think I'll have more than enough to gussy up that kit without having to buy more. Ooh, jeez, you're gonna pull me down the mountain. So I might do that today or tomorrow, kind of re-chart that with some enhancements. That way if I do take it with me on vacation, they'll all be kitted up and ready to go. And then, what else? Yeah, so I think once I use up some of these neons and stuff from Diamond Dots and metallics, I think I'm gonna do sparklers from DP with sparklers and like her quad cubes and stuff, and then everything else I'll get from Jade because they're all resin. They looked really good. I haven't taken a close look, but they all look really good. And I'm usually ordering from Jade anyway, so it's easier for me to just pop in some enhancement drills into my order so she can ship them with everything else. So we'll see. But yeah, just doing a little spring cleaning. I pulled out a Distracted by Diamonds kit. I pulled out a Two-Spirit because I was thinking I might want to start a project for Pride. So I pulled down Two-Spirit and took it out of the box, and I don't know. The canvas material, I bought that kit, I want to say now 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, I don't remember, but it's been at least a year since I bought that kit. And I guess maybe at the time, you know, that canvas material for that particular kit felt fine, or I didn't notice anything with it. But I took it out of the box on Thursday, and it just feels really stiff, and it's just not the same kind of soft lint canvas that I've become accustomed to with like Diamond Art Club and Diamond Dots and Jaded Gem Shop and Diamond Painting Shop and Creativity Squirrel. Like a lot of these shops have, you know, moved over to this like high quality kind of soft backed canvas, and it's just very flexible and very comfortable, and it lays flat super well. But I took this kit out and it was just super stiff. I'm gonna have to lay it out and put a bunch of books on it or something for at least overnight, if not a couple days, to get it to unfold. And it felt kind of scratchy. And I mean, at the end of the day, I'm sure once it's all flat and ready for me to work on it, I'll be okay, because I'm not touching the canvas a ton. But it just felt kind of eh. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to go through my Distracted by Diamonds kits and see because I just don't think all of them were like that. So I'm like, is this a one-off where they maybe tried a different manufacturer? Or I just don't remember all of my Distracted by Diamonds kits having a very thin, stiff, almost kind of cardboardy feeling canvas. So I'm like, I wonder what happened here. So I need to investigate the rest of my stash and see if they all are like that. I just don't remember them feeling like that. But then again, I haven't done a Distracted by Diamonds kit in a long time, and so maybe they were all like that. It's just not something that I was that picky about back then. So we'll have to see. You ready? This was shorter than I thought. I thought this was 2 miles. It's more like 1.4. So we're coming back up on the end of the loop here. So yeah, this will probably most likely just be a first clip. And maybe I'll do responding to your comments or something in the next one, because this has been pretty short. We've only been going for 20 minutes here. So yeah, I'll probably throw in another clip. But yeah, I think I might go through my Distracted by... Oop. Come here. Yep. I might go through my Distracted by Diamonds kits and just see. I'm probably gonna kit up Two Spirit and just get a feel for how it works up. And if I'm not getting frustrated with the materials, then I'll work on it. But yeah, I took it out of the box and I was like, oh, this doesn't feel great in comparison to some other, kits that I've worked on in the past. I don't even know how long it's been since I've done a Distracted by Diamonds kit, to be honest. I guess I could look. Let me look. Let's see. I'm just bopping over to my Instagram and I'm just gonna look at my last finish of a Distracted by Diamonds kit. Couldn't have been that long. I don't know. It feels like it's been a long time. And of course my connection out here isn't hot. Oh, okay. So it wasn't that long. I finished City Dreams by Wes Reader on December 1st of 2023 is when I finished that. So it hasn't been that long, but I don't remember that canvas material feeling super stiff or anything. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't even know where that kit went. My City Dreams kit, it's got to be sitting around somewhere. I completely forgot about that. It's got to be sitting around somewhere because I didn't take it to work. I don't know where that kit is. It's got to be rolled up somewhere. But yeah, now that I have this new tape, I feel more emboldened to hang more diamond paintings. So I might hang that up in the house somewhere. Maybe I'll put that in the basement. So yeah. But yeah, I think I'll enhance muted sound. I'll go home and figure out what I want to use for that with what I have in my stash. And maybe that'll be the one that I take with me on vacation. Because I'd like to get that done and get it to my brother since he's been helping me with audio for the channel. So maybe I'll do that when we get home today. Right, buddy? Let's get you home. I'm feeling some raindrops. Let's get a raincoat. We'll head back out. I'm probably not going to film that because I don't like having all my camera equipment out in the rain if I can avoid it. It's not necessarily the camera because the camera's waterproof, but the mics. The mic that I use is not. And the headphones I have on are not. I guess I could just wear a hood and like clip it under my head. Anyway, we'll see how I feel. Otherwise, you might see the next clip being tomorrow or Monday when we do something else. But this is just a little short for a full vlog, at least for me. So yeah, this is a little turn off back to the parking lot. So I'm gonna let you go, but we'll see you on the next clip. I hope you liked this little jaunt around the lake. We'll see you on the next clip, wherever we may be, and maybe we'll do some responding to comments, okay? Bye. Mic's working. Let me lock the doors. Hold on. Okay. Mic's working. Camera's working. We're working, baby. We're working. Well, hey there, everyone. It's Anthony. Back with the next clip. We are here just outside of, I think it's technically Broomfield or Superior, Colorado, which is about a 20-minute drive from the house. And it is Memorial Day, and oh my gosh, we have been trying to find a place to stop and hike here, relatively close to the house. But because of it being Memorial Day and it's beautiful outside, every parking lot that we've been to, we tried like 3 different places. They've all been packed. So I had to get a little creative, and I was like, oh, I know of a place. So this big building right here, I actually used to work here several years ago, pre-pandemic. It was the job that I had when the pandemic hit, and then I left this job. But we worked in the 3rd floor of this building here. And so I knew that there was a little sneak entrance into this trail that extends out here. I knew this existed, so I was like, let me see if I can snag a little parking spot, because the parking lot for the actual trail over the hill over here was completely full. So I came up here, and of course it's totally empty because nobody knows that there's a little sneak entrance. So here we are right at the little sneak entrance to this trail. It's like, let me see if that still exists, if they still have that little entrance. And lo and behold, here we are on the trail. This is called Colton Trail. So pets have to be on leash here, so Apollo won't get to roam necessarily, but we're gonna cruise around. If we find a little spot that's relatively empty, maybe I'll let him roam, but it looks like there's plenty of people here. So I'm just pulling up all trails, and it looks like we can do a pretty good, we can go up to a place called Moffler Trail. I plan on going for a little while. We're gonna respond to some comments today. I'm just seeing if there is physically a way to do a loop. It doesn't look like there is, but we'll just kind of keep an eye on it. So this might be an out and back. So maybe we'll do a couple miles, see where that leads us. I can see, let's see, I'm trying to see where our dog path is that we go on, and see if there maybe is a way you could get to the dog trail from here. Doesn't look like there is necessarily. So let's go. I'm gonna guess going north is gonna make it a little bit quieter, and we'll end up at a lake. So maybe we'll get to go down to the lake and at least let him splash around a little bit. Let's go this way, buddy. Let's go. So this is all new to me. I've been on this trail before when I worked here, but just on lunch breaks and stuff, so I never went really far. Let me see your leg. Give me your leg. Okay. So I've never gone really far because I was just on a lunch break, so I'd pretty much go down to like this bridge and stuff and just kind of walk around. And when I was on a health kick back then, I'd try to run a little bit more of it, but I haven't been very far, so let's keep moving. Hi. So yeah, I wanted to find a spot that we could hike, but I also wanted to keep cell service so I could respond to comments. And yeah, it's just anywhere that's not up in the mountains right now is just jam-packed. Lots of cyclists, lots of hikers. So yeah, I was like, I think I know of a little secret side entrance to this trail that nobody will probably be parked at, and I'm literally the only car in the entire lot because, everyone's off work today. So it's like, as long as I didn't see any signs that were like employees only or ticketed or anything like that, so I think we're good. But yeah, it's a really cute little neighborhood. This is Superior. We're looking down into Superior, Colorado. Really cute. There was a big fire up here a couple years ago, I want to say. But it looks like most of the brush is growing back and stuff. This building where I worked was threatened by that fire. It was called the Marshall Fire, I think. Hi. Okay, let's keep going. So yeah, little updates between, because last time we spoke, I believe it was Friday or Saturday. So today's Monday. No real, I guess there are some updates. Let me fix my shirt. I have so much stuff clipped to me right now. I've got Apollo's backpack. I've got my camera set up. Apollo's backpack. I have my backpack. It's full of stuff for Apollo. I've got his leash. I've got the camera set up, so I've got like all these different straps and buckles and stuff, and it's making my shirt pull up. Good thing I wore a belt today, otherwise these shorts would be loose. So yeah, and I haven't worn this backpack in a minute, because I haven't been hiking anywhere with it that we needed a full backpack, and it was kind of nice. I had to cinch it up a little bit more around my stomach because there's less stomach. Woo! So anyway, I think I mentioned that I was gonna go to dinner with, it must have been Thursday. I mentioned that I wanted to go to dinner with some friends. So we ended up going to this Mexican place for dinner. Maybe I did talk about that in the last clip. I must have. It was really nice. So I think I did film on Saturday. So hold on, potty break, hold on. Looks like there's a parking lot right here, which also might be for cyclists and stuff, and there's a little trail that goes underneath that tree. So that's another parking lot that I think people might not know exists. So it's good to know that we have access to this, and there's some little secret areas. So to work out. Okay, reset. Anthony, what were you talking about? Okay, so yeah, did the stuff on Friday. We went and had dinner, filmed on Saturday, and then after I got done filming, I was mentioning like, ooh, the storm's coming in. I just don't know. We should probably head back to the house, and then I'll take Apollo for another walk. Well, we got home, and we put on some more sunscreen, got some water. I took him for another small walk around, around the house. And then as I was walking him, I got a text message from one of my buddies, Scott. He was like, what are you doing today? It's like, oh, we just got back from a walk. We're on another one right now. Not sure what else is going on. He's like, you should come up up to Harry's. We're having a little barbecue pool hot tub time, because he has a pool and a hot tub at his apartment complex. And I was like, oh, that sounds so nice. It's like, isn't it supposed to storm? He's like, it's holding up so far, so you should just come. And I was like, okay. So got Apollo back to the house. We went over, I got my swim trunks and everything, went over there, and we had such a fun time. Let me check the trail. So we're gonna go up to that parking lot, and then we're gonna go to Coal Creek Trail. Okay, cool. So we had such a good time. It was quiet at the pool. There wasn't a ton of people. It was a little overcast, but we were able to swim a little bit and play in the hot tub. And I actually, since my camera is an underwater camera, I took a picture or a video of one of my friends, Katie. She was like, I want to be a mermaid. Film me doing a mermaid dive. I was like, okay. So she like jumped in the water and did this like little mermaid twist. It was very cute. So I will include a clip of that either right now or at the end of this, of her jumping. It's only like 10 seconds, but I thought it was cool. I was surprised how good it looked with this camera. I've never used it underwater before, so. Let me see your leg. Let me see your leg. Okay. I've never used it underwater before, so that was kind of cool. So did that. they grilled a little bit. I didn't bring any food. I just brought some chips and like chips and some truffles, like chocolate truffles, because I wasn't really hungry. But they forced me to nibble on some asparagus and a part of a veggie burger. And I was like, okay, I want to go home and cuddle my dog. It started to actually rain and we got some lightning. So they were like, well, we're just going to go hang out inside. I was like, I think I'm just going to go home. So came home, diamond painted that night, and that was about it. And then yesterday, the wind's picking up. Yesterday, Dom, my friend Dom, she wrote me and she's like, hey, we want to take Dune out to an off-leash dog park. He's never been to one before. That's their little pup that they just got. And they're like, do you want to come with us? / do you have some recommendations? And I was like, yeah, let's go to Westminster Hills, which is that big old off-leash dog park that we usually go to. And so I met Dom and her boyfriend Brandon over there, and oh, it looks like you can get onto the trail from down here too. There's so many little entrances to this area. So I met them at Westminster Hills, and we were walking and playing for a long time. We did probably about 8 miles walking around with the pups because they were training him to come back, and him and Apollo were playing. And the pond down there is full because of all the snow melt. Hi. Hello. From all the snow melt. So, hold on. Hi. So there was a bunch of people there, a bunch of dogs. They were all just romping in the water. And Dune doesn't like the water. He's scared of it. He's still a pup. I think he's like 8 or 9 months old. So he's still a pup. So they were like, oh, okay, well, we're going to keep walking around, because Apollo just sprinted over there and immediately was jumping in the water and playing with all the dogs. He did really good because some of it was deep where he actually had to swim. So he was swimming around and playing with the other dogs and wrestling and stuff. He was having the time of his life. And Dune was like, no, thank you. I don't want anything to do with that. So they're like, we're going to keep walking around and then we'll just text you or call you and see where you're at. And I was like, okay. So they walked off with Dune. Dom is still a very protective mommy, as I am. But anytime there was like a big grouping of dogs that were all sniffing each other and, you know, batting at each other, and some dogs are growling, you know how dogs do. And so she was just like, no, okay, Dune, come back. Like, didn't want him being sniffed too much, and, you know, if he looked scared because there was too many dogs around, she was like, no, come here. So they liked to get away to the trails that were less busy, which I normally do too, but Apollo was having such a good time and bounding around in the water. And so I just sat there. They had some benches. I just sat down for a little while and let him just go to town. So he was just loving life, just covered in mud and muck and splashing in the water and swimming around, and he was just loving it. So I just let him go for probably a good half hour, and finally he, because usually when he's having a good time and I try to get him to come to me, he's like, no, I'm gonna keep playing, thank you. But he finally came up to me just looking tired. I'm like, are you done? Are you over it? And he was just like, So I got him corralled, clipped him up, and then got in touch with Dom, and then we made our way back to the car. But we were up there for a good 3 hours or so. And so we got in the car, and Apollo was, you know, sopping wet and all muddy and stuff, and he just passed out. And he was out all night. Like, he was just lounging and being all sleepy. I was like, wow, so that's what it takes to get you fully tired. So we had a good time, and this morning he was being a bit of a lazy bum, but we did get up right around like 7:30 this morning, went for a morning walk, finished folding laundry, and then I diamond painted for a good hour or so. Yeah, and that was good. Now we're here. So it's like 1 o'clock right now. So I figure we'll do a few miles and then go back to the house. My roommate Joe has been tasked with replacing our back door. The landlords want to do a metal door, like a more weatherproof door. So he's been tasked with doing that. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take Apollo on a walk / hike. That way you can take the door off the hinges and we're not worried about him, escaping. So he's working on that. Figured I'd come out here, and then once we're done here, and probably go find something to eat. Maybe stop by the dog park, the off-leash dog park on the way home, and let him off again so he can go run around and play, just to give Joe some more time. He was like, just text me when you're on your way back so I know to either, try to wrap up this project, or we can put a partial barricade. I was like, honestly, I could just lock him up in my room with me while you're working on it. It's not a big deal, so we'll see. And yeah, other than that, yesterday I had a nice long chat with Katie over at Diamonds and Washi, just so we could confirm some Summer with the Masters stuff, because that'll be coming up this upcoming weekend is the kickoff. So I'm going to be filming my kickoff video tomorrow during my lunch break, because I'm working from home. So I'll film that, and then I did get a chance to work on my script for my Alphonse Mucha video, and that'll be going up on the 9th. I'll be going first this year for content for Summer with the Masters. So that'll be the 9th of June is when that'll go up. And I'll actually be at Cedar Point when that goes up, so I probably won't be able to respond to any comments or anything about that until I get back, because that's the Sunday that I fly home. But I'm going to pre-schedule it so it's ready to go. It says pull. You ready? So I'll have that scheduled and ready to go. And then and then she'll go on I think it's the 23rd is when her video will go up, and then my next one will go up on the 7th of July, I believe, which again, I will be out of town, but I'll be pre-recording that as well, where I have 4th of July plans. And then her last one will be 2 weeks after that, I guess that'll be the 21st, and then we'll have our finale video at the end of July / beginning of August for any grand prize winners and stuff. So that's kind of the schedule for videos, plus the finale video, which I'm not sure if she wants to do a live or not. We'll see. I wouldn't mind just doing a premiere. And then, yeah, so that's Summer with the Masters. That's all kind of scheduled and planned out and ready to go. And we do already have some sponsors lined up. Some of them we still need to confirm the details on all of that, but we have a few sponsors ready to go. So I think on my kickoff video, since we still might be nailing down some details, I'm not going to list them all in the video. I'm just going to put it in the description of who our sponsors are. That way, if I need to edit it, I can just hop in and add one if I need to, because I don't want to miss out or miss any of them. And then as far as prizes go, all those details are still being figured out too. Essentially what we did last year and what we'll do again is we just talk to the sponsors, figure out what they would like to, or what they're able to provide for prizes, and then we just put a list together of all the prizes that are on the table, and then we just divvy them up between the weeks and the grand prize. So I don't know what each week will be for prizes, like, oh, it's going to be this gift card or whatever. Still don't know, but we'll kind of hash that out as the event rolls on. And then I think Katie will be fine with me saying this. We're going to pitch in as well. I think we did last year, but it was in the form of I had some extra kits that I was sending out and just some, some stuff from my stash. But this year, since it's all gift cards, we're going to, in lieu of that, do some gift cards. I'm just going to pick up some gift cards and toss those in. We're thinking, hi. Hello. Hi. we'll each do two $25 gift cards. So my first video will have a $25 gift card. My second one will have one. And then we'll each pitch in a $50 gift card for the grand prize. I think that's how it's going to work out. So it's like, all right, we'll throw, we'll each throw $100 in the pot and do it that way. And then everything else, will be, what other sponsors provide. And if we need to adjust that, if we're like, this 1 week could use another little something, then I'm sure we'll kind of help, pad that out with our own funds. So I think that's how it's going to work, but still confirming that we still will probably need until the first week of June to kind of nail all that down. So it's hot out today, huh? Yeah, it's hot out. It's really pretty though. So yeah, that's kind of the game plan for summer with the Masters. And then, what else? As far as the Jaded Jamboree goes, we've just got this week left. This is the final week. So I know that there's a diamond painting retreat going on this week, I guess. And so Katie's going, Jade's going, and it runs through Friday at least. So I don't know if Jade and I will be going live this week because she's going to be at that retreat. If she's unable to and I'm able to, then I might go live on my channel. I'm not sure. Or if she has time to step away, so she can. Do you want to go down here and check out the water? So if she has time to step away and go live on her channel, then I'll try to join her. Really, it's just her call. I mean, it's her event. So we'll see what she wants to do. But we may forego this week as well and just wrap up the event too. I'm not really sure how that's gonna suss out. Let's go. Let's go get you in that water. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, is that nice? This is a pretty little stream. Go on. Get it. Get over there. Good boy. Good boy. Go on. Let's go this way. Come here. Good boy. You're a pretty dog. Yeah, you're very handsome. You're a handsome puppy. Good boy. Good boy. Want to come over here? Let's go this way. Let's see what's over here. Oh, look, it's more water. Good boy. You can do it. Good boy. Good job, bud. Yeah, good job. Want to keep going? Just trying to get him more and more comfortable with going in the streams and playing and swimming. He's getting so good at like not being scared. He's kind of just jumping in now. So you're getting better. Yeah. I'm gonna have to take him to the, I think I mentioned it in the last clip, take him to the reservoir that has off-leash areas so he can really get in there and swim around. But because mainly he just does creeks and stuff, because that's what we have access to. So anyway, oh, it looks like the bridge, you can go through this bridge and there might be some more areas to play over there. That's okay. Next time. Next time. So yeah, that's what's been going on the past couple of days. And then diamond painting updates. I still haven't filmed my finish and review of Summer by Alphonse Mucha. If I have time, I'll film that tomorrow with the Summer with the Masters kickoff. And what else? No progress on any other whips. Well, that's not true, but no progress on anything we've talked about. But I did decide, I went through, I think we talked about it, I went through and cleaned up some of my excess, like extra drills. Hold on. Yeah, I went through and reorganized some excess drills, and then with one of my kitted up not started's, Muted Sound by You May Art, I had started to kit some stuff up. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're all tied up now. Come on, let's go. Watch your leg. Thank you. I had picked some enhancement drills for that kit back when I kitted it up a while ago, months ago, but I forgot, which ones I had selected. I forgot if I had enough to do the whole kit or if those were just place markers. And so I ended up taking all of those drills out. That way I could redo my selections. Well, I ended up doing that last night. I pulled that kit down and pulled down all my enhancement drills. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna buy any more enhancement drills for this kit. I'm just gonna use what I have. So I went through and reselected some drills, enhancement drills for that. I used some from Jaded Gem Shop, from Diamond Dots, and DP with Sparklers, and just kind of recharted those enhancements and just made sure I had enough on hand to do the things. If it required more than what I had on hand, then I just skipped it. I wasn't gonna buy any more. So I'm trying to reduce the amount of just onesie, twosie, odds and ends enhancement drills that I have. I'm just trying to use up what I have. So that's what I did. And so I reselected those enhancement drills and I started working on that yesterday. So I got an entire row of that done already. So I worked on it last night and I worked on it today, and there's a decent amount of color blocking. It's round. It's a small kit, snack size. And so, so yeah, I'm already a row done with that. And then when we get home today, I plan on just hanging out and working on it some more. So I'm hoping I can get another row done today. And if that's the case, it'll already be halfway done. It's not a very big kit. So there's a chance that I can get that done completely before I go on vacation. And then when I see my brother in a few weeks for my birthday, we're going to Casa Bonita, then I can give him his DJ, thanks for being a DJ present. So hopefully he likes it. So yeah, I'm super excited. I used like some neons, some glow drills. The only lesson learned, and it's something I'll talk to Jade about. I don't know if it's something that can ever be fixed, but she has these kind of jelly, kind of crystal drills that I ordered in round and square. And I've experienced this before, but those drills don't have a backing on them, so you can see the symbol through it. And I don't like that. So I only used one color of those drills from her. And once again, I don't think it's anything that can be avoided, just like the manufacturers don't make them with backings. But I'm gonna let her know, like, hey, this is a common complaint with a lot of folks that use these drills, as you can see the symbol behind it. And so I wouldn't buy them again if they didn't get backings put on them. So I got the sampler set, so it's not like I have a ton of them. I just have like one container of each color. I think there was like 5 or 6 colors. So once I finish with them on whatever project I'm doing, I'd probably just throw the excess away. Because I'm not a big fan of seeing the symbol behind the drills, but it's fine. I mean, I don't think other people would notice it necessarily, that, you know, especially, you know, my brother who I'm giving it to, but I personally don't like the look of it. Come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So yeah, it's just a personal preference. I'm not a fan of seeing the symbols underneath the drills, so I'll let her know though. Oh my goodness, it's warm out today, huh buddy? Yeah, it's warm out. Okay, well that's pretty much all of my updates. I'm now working on muted sound. So I have that, I have Stella, I have my cross-stitch conversion, and I have my custom of Apollo. So those are my 4 whips going. And then the only kit that I have kitted up not started is Inner Garden by Yume Art. So that's everything. I will need to start kitting up a Summer with the Masters kit to go along with my cross-stitch conversion. And I've been mentioning all these different kits that I'm gonna do as my other project, but I still don't 100% know because I have a lot of options. I have Medi coming in from Jaded Gem Shop that I was thinking, which is an Alphonse Mucha. I have Primrose from Alphonse Mucha and Distracted by Diamonds that I found in my stash. I've got Spring from Alphonse Mucha and Distracted by Diamonds in my stash. And then I also have Autumn by Alphonse Mucha from Jaded Gem Shop. So I've got 4 Muchas that I could potentially pick from. And then I also have, you know, all my kits that I got from Jaded Gem Shop for the Jaded Jamboree. So I have the Tree of Life, All Is Vanity, the Chasm of Colorado, and one other one. What's my other one? Oops, it's a pull. It says right there, pull. Come on. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Have a good walk.
You too. What's my other one? Tree of Life, All Is Vanity, Chasm of Colorado, and there's one more I thought that I bought. Maybe not. Maybe that's it. No, there's got to be one more that I'm forgetting. Hold on, let me see. Hi. Let me just go to the Jaded Gem Shop site. Jaded Gem Shop, collections, single and placing. Are you hot? Oh, Phoenix and Glaring in All Directions. So I have those that I could also pick from for Summer with the Masters. So we'll see. I kind of just want to do a round kit as my new start and then try to actually get some good work done on my cross-stitch conversion, but we'll see how that plays out. So that's kind of diamond painting stuff as far as just like what I have going on. We've only done 1 mile, buddy. Let's do 2 and then we'll flip. But he just lay down. It's hot out here, and he did some work yesterday, so I'm sure he's not up for a super long hike, but I do want to at least answer a couple questions. So let's go ahead and just get into that. Let's go ahead and get into that. You're doing good, bud. Let's get to 1.5 miles and then we'll stop for a water break. Okay, so let me just scroll, scroll, scroll. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Okay, so going back to my Jaded Jamboree kickoff video. Oh my gosh, we're on the last week of that event. I'm just getting to that. Some of these responses. AlleyCat61 said, I love this canvas. I am working on evening contemplation for the Jamboree. It's only a 120 centimeter long, but the fact that it's narrow makes it much more manageable. Thanks for unboxing. I really love Alphonse Mucha. Oh yay, I'm glad that you've been working on something for the event. I know you've commented previously about that, so awesome. Then Bella Luna says, very pretty. Wish I could participate, but alas, it is not in the cards. Oh, that's too bad. Well, maybe if Jade ends up doing it next year, that's something that you could participate in. And then my vlog, episode 105, responding to your comments, part 12. Michelle Calendar says, your one-on-one story with your mom sounds like you have such great memories. Listening to your menu order made me very hungry. Yeah, my mom's cool. She did a lot of really cool stuff with me. She was a strict mom, for sure. And I was her first child, so I was the guinea pig for a lot of parenting strategies. And she seemed to mellow out a lot more with my other two brothers, because I'm 10 years apart from my middle brother, and then I'm 16 years apart from my youngest brother. And so by then I feel like she kind of mellowed out a little bit, but it was still good. Oh, come over here. Come over here, please. Thank you. Okay, let's go. But yeah, very good. And then my whip and chat from January 31st, responding to your comments, part 7. Music Chick said, I don't diamond paint because ADHD. I tried, believe me, but it just wasn't for me. LOL, I've been enjoying watching your videos while I cross stitch. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad that you have a craft or something that you are able to do and can work on while you listen. I appreciate you being here. Then going back to my Jaded Jamboree kickoff video, Peggy Gottshaw. I remember she taught me how to pronounce that. Come here. Peggy Gottshaw. Come here. Thank you. Says, this kit is beautiful. I'm impressed on the size kits that you tackle. I would never be able to do one so large. I'll stick to remedial diamond painting over here. LOL, thanks for sharing. Yeah, I end up... Oh, you're popping down? Are you thirsty? Should I give you water right now?
Thank you.
Let me give you water right now. Hold on,
Okay.
everyone. We've watered. We've sunscreened. Good to go. Come here. Hi.
Hi, puppy. Hi, sweetie.
Okay, let's go. So we're watered, we're sunscreened. Let's do... Did it stop? It took off my watch, so it might be upset at me. No, we're good. We'll keep pushing. I was hoping to get to the top of this hill so we could get a better view of the foothills, but Apollo doesn't seem too keen on this. He's like, it is hot. It's not even like blazing hot or anything. I think it's just because we don't have any cloud cover or anything. And he's definitely done more in worse weather. I think yesterday was just, like I said, I did 8 miles just walking around, let alone his sprinting and playing and all that stuff. So he's much more pooped than I am. But yeah, we'll try to get a little bit more done here. So yeah, going back to Peggy's comment. Come over here. Hi.
Thank you.
Okay. Any diamond painting is a project. It doesn't even matter if it's a small little, a smaller canvas or a giant big one. I think any diamond painting at any size is definitely a time commitment. Look at these planes. Definitely a time commitment for sure. So it's not remedial. It's all advanced. If you're doing it at all, it's work and it's time and it's it's moving a lot of little small pieces around and stuff. So it is definitely work for sure. So yeah, thanks for the comment. Going back to my entire diamond painting stash 3.0 video, DP Mama After Midnight says, I love your collection. Some of them are amazing and I love Hannah's art. I noticed you said you might destash Garfield and Spider-Man. If you do, would you sell to someone in Australia? So Garfield I'm going to hold on to for, I forget which, I have a plan for that kit now. And then I don't think I've ever had anything with Spider-Man, so I'm not sure what you're referencing. If you're potentially mentioning Batman's Hush, I already destashed that last summer. Good. But I have no plans to destash ever again, honestly. If I have a kit that I want to let go of, I'm more inclined to give it away to someone locally because I hate shipping stuff. So yeah, I won't be getting rid of Garfield. I have a plan for that kit. I just don't remember what it was. I think it was like maybe comparing different drills. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna do something with that, like a comparison video or a trial video. But yeah, and I've never owned anything, I think, that had Spider-Man on it. I think I've only ever had one superhero kit, and it was the Batman one, and that one's gone. So I'm sorry. But yeah, I would highly suggest, they've got destash groups, and they've got various destash groups that you can take a look at, and especially shipping to Australia. The shipping costs for me, because anyone that I was destashing to, they covered all the shipping costs. I didn't eat those costs. So I'm sure shipping from Colorado in the US to Australia would have been quite pricey. So especially something like the Garfield kit, which I believe was like $20, it'd probably be way more affordable for you to just go on the DAC website and purchase it, so you could get either a discounted or free shipping that way, because I'm sure the shipping for me just to send it in post would be 3 times the cost of the actual kit. I don't think it would make any sense for me to ship them from my home. So I would check out the Diamond Art Club site, and if it's something that's discontinued or no longer in production, then your destash groups will be your next best bet. But I'm not a good destashing resource because I loathe. I've done it twice, and then I've also done it when sending prizes out for Summer with the Masters last year, and it's one of my least favorite things to do, so I won't be doing it. Like I said, if I was to get rid of a kit, it's either going to be to give it away or, to be quite honest, throw it away. I'm just not into it. But thank you so much for the comment. Gail F said, I enjoy the format of answering questions in your walk while diamond painting. Oh yay, well I'm glad you like it. We're doing some more. Yeah, it's fun. It helps me, well, it used to help me keep up because I could just, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, so to speak, while doing a vlog, getting some exercise, and responding to comments. But I just fell so far behind on it that now I'm like pushing to keep up with even that. And now sometimes it feels like responding via text would be the easier option, because then I can just do it when I'm at home with some downtime. But that's unrealistic. I don't have a lot of downtime when I'm at home. I'm either doing something, with friends or family or doing chores or actually diamond painting. So it's rare that I'm just sitting at home. Oops, watch your little leg. Sitting at home with idle hands. I'm almost always fussing with something. So it's gotta be during these vlogs and walks and stuff. Even like the concept of a sit down whip and chat, I keep saying I want to do them, but I'm like, if I'm gonna sit down and diamond paint, I want to put on a podcast or an audio book or music or a documentary and just learn about stuff or listen along. It's rare that I'm like, oh, I just want to sit and chat while I'm doing that. So even the concept of like a traditional whip and chat, it's hard for me to convince myself to do that these days. But yeah, thank you for the comment. Going to my finish and review of Cyber Edo by Leopard Leatherworks. They said, love the changes you made. It really pops and gives the art shine and beauty. I'm going to implement these in mine. Oh, yay. I'm glad that you like them. I think since you commented that, I had joined a live over on Leopard Leatherworks, and they had mentioned, oh, I saw your Cyber Edo finish and I want to do the changes. I left a comment on your video. And now here I am actually responding to that comment. And even me on that live was a while ago. So yeah, I am behind. I am behind for sure. Excuse me. I wish this was off leash because Apollo would be romping and a running. We have one little cloud giving us some reprieve right now. You know what sounds good after this is like a giant unsweetened iced tea or like a Starbucks refresher or something. Something really nice and cooling. Whew. But thank you so much for the comment. Then going into, wow, a lot of the comments for this. What is this? Oh, it's my event announcement for Summer with the Masters. Yeah, I got a lot of comments here. So going to my event announcement for Summer with the Masters, Rich, 1989 said, I'm going to work on All Is Vanity too, but I think mine is the crop version, whereas yours looks like the full image. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think there was a couple different versions of that. But yeah, I got the full size, so I hope you enjoy working on it. I'm still, after I took a good look at it, and I'm still on the fence if I'm going to actually work on that one because my cross-stitch conversion is square, and I like to have a square and a round for Summer with the Masters just in case, you know, one's calling to me more than the other. But at the same time, I really do want to push myself to do the cross-stitch conversion, so I feel like in ranking of what I'd probably work on, my round drill would be the thing I reach for most because round drills go faster. I'm finding that I'm more of a round drill guy, I think. I like them both, but I'm more of a round drill guy. Then it would be a prepackaged square drill kit, like All Is Vanity. And then third on my list would be the cross-stitch conversion because it is such a massive project. So I don't want to give myself an out from working on that cross-stitch conversion, and I feel like if I have a square drill kit that I'm working on as well, I'm always almost going to reach for that instead. So I kind of just want to do the two and then alternate back and forth. But I'll keep you posted. All Is Vanity will be something I work on in due time, but it's good to hear that we've got some folks working on that kit for the event. That's awesome. Mia over at Mia's Life with KFS said, can't wait to see your progress on those whips. Right now my plan is to start on Zodiac, which is a Muka, yay, from Diamond Art Club when I'm done with my current project. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I really like that image, Zodiac. I feel like almost every shop that carries it, I'd have to check to see, let me look. Almost every shop that carries it has a cropped version of it. Let me see if Jade has the cropped or if it's the full. No, okay, I lied. It seems like the one shop that I've seen so far that doesn't have a cropped of it is Jaded Gem Shop. It's here's the full-sized image of it. Oops, nope. There's the full-size image of it. Most shops crop it where all this text and it's basically each year. I don't know what the text says, or it has each month of the year, so it might be talking about the different signs, and then it says La Plume at the top. So there's all this stuff around it, and most shops cut it off there, so you don't get all that stuff around it, but I feel like that adds a lot of unique detail. So I'm glad that Jade does keep it in. I don't know what that would look like in a final render, but if anybody can put it together, she can. 80 by 110 is the biggest that she does it in. It's 4 sizes. She can do it in round or square, and she has a vibrant and neutral. So she's toned it up a little bit. So there's the neutral, which I believe is the original. Hopefully you can see that. And then the vibrant, I think, is some color editing that she's done, and she's really brightened up the colors. I'd most likely go with the vibrant at the largest size in round, which would look like that. Geez, that makes me want to buy that. Let me put it on my wish list. Oh, I'm not signed in, am I? Let me log in. Look at this boy. He's like, I'm done, Dad. Let's go home. Okay, so let me go ahead and favorite that. Did it end up there? Come on. How do I do it? How do I add it to my wish list? Oh, add to wish list. Okay, cool. I now have 11 kits on my Jaded Gem Shop wish list. Watch your leg. Okay. Yeah, because I had Zodiac from Distracted by Diamonds previously, and I decided to destash it, A, because it was a square, and I would prefer that kit in a round. I would have preferred it at a bigger size, and I would have preferred it not cropped. I believe the Diamond Art Club one is also cropped. You'll have to let me know, Mia, if that's what yours looks like. And there was some irregularities with how the canvas was cut and printed that I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. So somebody snagged it on a D-stash. So hopefully they enjoyed it. Okay. Thank you so much for the comment, Mia. Renee Luby said, hi, hun, I am new to your channel. Well, welcome. I buy on Temu, Ali, Hobby and Lobby Michael, so after watching you, I broke down and ordered from Diamond Art Club. It took 4 days to get here. I'm 66 and jumping around my craft room like a kid in a candy store. OMG, the canvas is velvet smooth. It's just so much different. Oh, this is really good to know. So much different than Temu. Expensive, so I'll deal with the price. I got the Literate Dragon. I just fell in love with it, but it's a square. I've never done squares. How is it? Do you do squares? I'm lost. Scared to start it, making my wish list out. I'm so excited. God bless Anthony. Thank you so much. I appreciate the comment. And thanks so much for finding my channel and commenting. I really appreciate it. That is really good feedback because I was mentioning in a previous vlog that I've never purchased a kit from AliExpress or Temu or any of those shops or Wish, and so I don't know what the quality looks like from those shops and how it would compare to like more quote-unquote premium kits. The only kit that I've done that wasn't from what I would consider a premium shop has been the very first kit I did, which was an Amazon kit, and I do not remember what that was like. I'm sure it wasn't great, but that was my first small, it was a small little Amazon kit. And I immediately went to Diamond Art Club, and Diamond Painting Deutschland was the next shop I purchased from. And then from there, it's just, I've never strayed from more quote-unquote premium shops. So that's really good feedback that it's so different. You'll have to let me know if you're listening what some of the specific differences are. You said the canvas feels velvety smooth, so that's really good to know. From the Diamond Art Club compared to the other shops. But yeah, it's good to know because I'm always curious, like, how is the quality leaps and bounds higher when you step into like Diamond Art Club and Jaded Gem Shop and those types of places? Is it really all about the same? So that's good to know. That's good to know. And as far as squares go, my biggest advice that I have for you is, I don't know. take it easy. Don't feel like you have to multi-place if that's something that you are currently doing. Don't feel like you have to get your 10 placer out or whatever to do multiple drills at a time. If it takes you a while just doing one at a time to get them to fit nicely together, then that's what I should focus on, or that's what I would focus on. The other thing is don't feel like you have to jam the drills right up next to each other every time you put down a square. Just focus on centering it on the symbol itself when you're placing your drill, as opposed to making sure it's right up against the other drill. I've seen a lot of people do that where they try to really force them to fit right next to each other, and then you end up with a bunch of gapping at the end or spacing at the end because you just put them too tight together. So I would more focus on centering them with the symbol itself, even if there's the teensiest space in between the two drills, because from what I understand, the glue does tighten up a little bit over time, so it'll kind of bring those together. I don't know how true that is, because I have some square kits that are older that still have gapping on them, like it didn't close itself. But I've seen people with some horror stories on the Diamond Art Club Facebook group. They're like, I really tried to get all the drills really tight next to each other, and now look, at the end of this row I've got a whole extra symbol exposed, or a whole half a symbol exposed. And it's because they just pushed them too tightly together. So just focus on centering it with the symbol. Most of the time that'll mean they'll be right up against each other anyway, but if you have the teensiest little gaps between your drills, it's not the end of the world. As long as they're looking lined up with the grid lines, then you should be fine. So yeah, and just take it slow. Take it slow. If you feel like you're getting frustrated, take a little break and come back to it. Don't try to like force progress. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a hard person to ask because I didn't really run into a lot of frustration when I started. I moved from that tiny little Amazon kit to a giant 60 by 120 diamond painting Deutschland square, and I single placed that entire thing, and I remember having a good experience, so I don't remember getting frustrated at all. And I think I did that in like 2 months, just single placing, because I just loved it so much. So yeah, don't let it get frustrating. Take a break if you do feel frustrated. I usually like to, when I'm doing a section, I usually like to pick some of the colors. Well, I do it 2 ways. So let's say I've just revealed a section of diamond painting I'm going to work on that night. I just pulled back the release paper. I just go from the bottom left, because I'm left-handed, and whatever symbol's on that bottom left corner, that's the first symbol that I'm going to do. I'm going to do all of that color, then the next, just working my way bottom left to top right. So that's usually how I do it. Sometimes I will pick, let's say the section is like almost all one color except for just a few odds and ends. Hi. I will almost always pick whatever that major color is. Let's say it's all mostly one color of blue. I'll do all of that first and then go back through with the, 4 or 5, 6, 20 other colors that are there that are just handfuls, because I find that it's easier for me to just do all that multi-placing and then snap all those little onesie twosie colors in place, rather than having to place that one red, in the middle of nowhere, and then I'm risking getting my hand stuck to the canvas, or it's not aligned right. So I'll usually go with, if there is a ton of one color, I'll start with that and then just fill in the gaps. So that's usually how I work on all of my kits, round or square. But you'll find your groove. I think the biggest thing is take your time. You'll figure out kind of your own little tricks for yourself and how you like to diamond paint. And like I said, if you do find yourself getting frustrated, just take a break and come back to it when you're ready to kind of put, take another chunk out of it. But don't feel pressured to push through or force it, because that's when you start getting sloppy out of frustration, and then it just makes things worse, and then you're spending more time straightening your drills. It can just be a whole mess. So yeah, once you start feeling like, ugh, just give it a break so you're ready to come at it with fresh eyes in a little bit, or a couple days, or a couple weeks. Hold on. Well, this is kind of what I wanted to get up to see the view. Isn't this pretty? You can see I think that's Long's Peak straight ahead. I don't remember what that peak is. And then we have the foothills. We live closer to that end. You can't really see where the telephone poles, the cell towers are from here, but they're essentially straight ahead. But yeah, that's where we live. I always feel I'm such a Judge Judy sometimes, because I see guys' shoulders or people's shoulders and they're wearing like tank tops or like a tank shirt, and their shoulders are just like so peeled and crispy and red and blistered, and I'm like, I've got some sunscreen in my bag I can pass over to you if you want to just put a quick layer on. It's like, I don't know how you're out here biking, and the UV rating right now is 8, which is very high UV exposure, and you're not popping on something. Please cover those shoulders up, your poor shoulders. But to each their own. If your decision is to bike out for miles and miles and just burn and blister, it's just, aside from the skin disease risk, that can't be comfortable. That just looks so painful. It's like, why wouldn't you either cover up or slather some SPF on? It's like, I don't think it's like I like the pain and the peeling. I love waking up with chunks of my skin in my sheets. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get the rationale or lack of rationale. All right, well, I think we might flip it and reverse it. We're at 2.3 miles, so that'll put us at 4.6 miles. You want to flip it? We're actually doing pretty good, even though you and I are both kind of over it. Okay, so let's flip it. Let's head back. We'll get a nice drink of water in the car, and there is a Sonic drive-through not too far from here, so I will get him a large ice. His favorite ice is from Sonic, so sometimes I'll go there after a long hike just to get him a cup of ice. Usually I'll buy something, so I'm not just like, can I get a free cup of ice? I'll usually buy something like a drink or something. Maybe I can get a tea there and let him chow down on that. What is that? People, I think it's because this is a really pretty vista, but everyone's stopping right here. I'm like, hey, you're the one on a bike that can move way faster past me than it's going to take me to catch up to you. It's kind of that. I mentioned that when we go on hikes, when people stop at the top of a hill and just watch me huff and puff and waddle my way up the hill so I can get past them. It's like, it would have been way easier for you to come down here and pass me. Instead, you want to fat shame me and make me have a heart attack getting past you, and then I get past them, I'm like, hi. But anyway, let me get past them and then we'll keep chatting. Yeah, on Amazon they have my favorite SPF brand, Vacation. They have packs of their travel size sunscreens, and you can get them as big as like a pack of 20 little mini sunscreens, and they all fall under my FSA HSA spending account. So there was a moment there a couple weeks ago where I was like, you know what I should do for the summer as a charitable thing for the community, is to buy these giant packs. Not a ton of them, but like maybe 2 of them, so I could get like 40 sunscreens, and then just keep like 3-4 of them in my backpack with me when we're hiking. And as we're hiking, if I see if I'm walking past somebody that looks like they're crisping out, they're getting lobster fight, I can be like, hey, I just so happen to have a travel size of my favorite sunscreen. You know what? You can take that with you, sweetheart. Just every 80 minutes, just pop a little bit on. God bless. You know, just to feel like I'm helping without just judging people. Once again, your decision, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I think it would be nice. Because maybe there are those people that are like, oh, you know what, I totally forgot to bring her, I didn't even think about it, or something like that, you know, or I just ran out, or I don't know, whatever. Or maybe someone will be like, oh, okay, you know, I'll give it a shot. Like, I usually don't think about protecting myself in the sun, but maybe I'll give it a try. So I don't know. I could also have people that are like, I hate sunscreen, it poisons you, and I'll be like, you know what, then maybe a friend would love it. Or you could just hand it right on back to me. But yeah, they have like these little travel ones. I have a travel one for, they had a little gift set that they called their sun belt, and it's a little fanny pack, and it had some travel sizes in it. So I have that I can use when I travel, you know. But then again, if I'm going to travel, I'm going to go through a travel size. Like, I slather sunscreen on every 80 minutes when I'm outdoors. So I'd burn through that pretty quickly. But it is nice to have. It came with a travel size sunscreen, an after sun gel, which would also make a really good moisturizer. I'm looking forward to trialing that. They also make a baby oil, but it's an SPF 30 baby oil, so you still get that shiny, glossy by the pool dolphin look, but you still have at least SPF 30 on. And then they make a spray, mist SPF 50 for the face. I've talked about this brand so much that I might as well start working for them. I honestly love it. It's probably my favorite cosmetic brand of all time up until this point is Vacation Sunscreen. You can get it at Target. My favorite product of theirs is they have one called the Classic Whip, and it's an SPF 30 sunscreen foam that comes out of the can like a whipped cream can. Like, it has the nozzle and everything, so it looks like, I'll have to take a picture of it, but it looks like whipped cream. It's really, really cool. So if you've got family members or kiddos that are like, yeah, sunscreen, that's not fun. It's so much fun to pretend that you're spraying whipped cream on yourself. It's really cool. You can use it on the face and body. It's pretty heavily scented, so I don't put it on my face, but you could. Right now I'm using it's in my backpack, but I'm using their SPF 50 lotion. It's just normal sunscreen lotion. And it leaves your skin, you can see, pretty shiny. This is after, I think, 3 applications today, but it doesn't feel too heavy, and it smells like a all-inclusive beach resort, like, kind of, it's fantastic. It's like the best smelling sunscreen. And then on my lips, I have their Chardonnay lip oil on, SPF 30. You gotta pee? It's good. Peeing's good. And then on my face, I'm using sunscreen from Sunbum, because Vacation does have some face products. Their main one was, they came out with this stuff called Shake Shake, and it's their mineral sunscreen. But those of us with a deeper skin tone can't really use mineral sunscreens that successfully unless they're tinted. And even then, it can be tough. So every single company claims like, oh, our mineral sunscreen works on all skin tones and it goes on sheer on all skin tones. It's just physically impossible. Zinc oxide is a mineral powder, and it is completely white. So there's no way to churn it clear or get it to absorb sheer. It's always going to leave your face looking a little ghosty. It's going to turn your brown skin to have more of like a purpley, kind of grayish tinge to it. And I have yet to use a single mineral sunscreen that doesn't do that in some capacity. And so Vacation did the same thing. We've got our special blah 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 technology where you shake the bottle and it helps it to mix up and it'll go on super clear. Lies, it doesn't. My face looked like kind of Caspery, especially when I go out in the sun. So that's the only face product of theirs that I have tried thus far. And so I'm still sampling some other ones, or I'll be trialing some other ones. They have their spray sunscreen SPF 50. They have a sunscreen stick. And then they also have some bronzing drops. So those are, I have used them. I just haven't used them enough to form an official opinion. But essentially they're just like what it sounds like. It's not mineral sunscreen, it's a chemical sunscreen, but it has a bronzing agent in it. So you put it on and it just gives you kind of a bronzed glow. And even on my skin, it just makes my darker skin look a lot more even in tone and kind of like caramely in hue, and I love it. I just haven't used it long enough to really put together a full review. Hi. And it's certainly not something that I would use when I'm out sweating and doing activities. That's more of a like, I'm going out to dinner, or I'm going out to drinks, or going out for drinks, or hanging out with friends, and the sun's still out, you know, like evening kind of going out, but I'm not going to be sweating or exercising, because I could only imagine what that brown, the brown pigments would do to my hat or my clothes, or I'm sure if I started sweating, I'd just have these like brown streaks coming down my forehead. So it's not an active wear item. That's more of a gussying up, you know, sunset Miami kind of vibe, but it looks fantastic on my skin. And they also have sunless tanning products. So they have a browning lotion or a sunless tanning lotion that is SPF 30 as well. So you wear it like sunscreen, but it leaves a tone behind. And I've also used that when going out a few times, and that looks fantastic on my skin too. Once again, makes me, gives me kind of a caramely hue, and especially on my legs, because my legs don't see any sun during the winter time. So my legs are always several shades lighter than the rest of me. And it helped to give me even tone on my legs, and my legs looked more bronzed. And then when I got in the shower and, you know, took a shower that night, got all my sunscreen off, my arms and my legs still had a little bit of that caramel color, which was kind of cool. I've never used a sunless tanning product, but it worked even on my deeper skin tone. It kind of just made things look a little bit more bronzy and glowy. So once again, I've only used it a few times, so I've yet to put together formal reviews on it. But if you want to learn more about that brand, let me know, and I'm happy to provide some more information. And you can always go to my blog for any skincare information, including sunscreens. It's AJK Beauty, letter A, the letter J, the letter K, and then the word beauty.wordpress.com. And that's where I keep all of my reviews. There's probably close to 600 different product reviews from the past 7 years on that. And it's all organized by brand. So you can just scroll down to vacation and see what I've written about so far. So yeah, let's go back to those questions. Oh. Good boy. All right. Helen Clemens says, I love this event. I still have several old masters in my stash. Now I just need to decide which one to do. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm glad that you love the event. I'm glad that you're excited. And yeah, you'll have to share on Facebook or Instagram which one you decide to select to keep working on. Thank you. Thank you for the comment. Some Crafts says, I'm torn between getting a custom made of Innocence by Thomas Cooper Gotch which features a dragon, feels fitting for the year of the dragon, and finishing my, over here, got a lot of cyclists, finishing my woods in winter from last year's event. I got a bit burnt out on the monotonous colors, but I know the end product is going to be stunning, but always, as always, looking forward to the event. Yay! Well, I'm glad that you're excited, and yeah, once again, you'll have to share on Facebook or Instagram which one you decide to go with. On June 1st is when you'll have the kickoff videos that that Katie and I are putting up. So you'll have access to the sign-up sheet. So you'll get to put in which kit you're working on and the year it was made and all that stuff. So I'll get to look those over too once the event kicks off. I like poking around on that spreadsheet. Come on. And just seeing what people are working on. So that'll be cool. Then we've got Laura Bartlett, 9724, says, yeah, I've been looking for this announcement to pick back up on my whip from last year. If time permits, start Starry Night from the Diamond Painting Shop. Yay! Thank you, Anthony and Katie. Of course. And I love the old masters that are available over at Diamond Painting Shop. There's so many. There's the times of day kits. There's, a couple Van Goghs. There's a bunch of different ones. So yeah, I actually ordered the Cafe Terrace at Night from Diamond Painting Shop, so I have that, but it's a square. So I don't think I'll do it for the event. We'll see. And then Queen of Diamonds says, so excited for this. Yay! Thank you for the comment. Then we've got Red Girls Rain. Said, I've never participated in an event before, but I just ordered a custom from Jaded Gem Shop recently. 2 Satyrs by Peter Paul Rubens, and that would work perfectly for this. Crossing my fingers that I like it, as it will be my first diamond painting from Jaded Gem Shops. Oh, Gem Shop. Oh, awesome. Yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think of the quality and what your initial impressions are, and if you decide to work on it. I've never heard of that image before, but I love Peter Paul Rubens. I did Head of Medusa. So let me go and look it up since we're here. I think Apollo's liking the stopping and starting because he's burnt out. 2 Satyrs. Peter Paul Rubens. Whoa, that's really cool. Take a look at that. That's amazing. How ominous. I love it. You'll have to tell me the story behind that if you know. Come here. Thank you. That might have to be one that I put on my list to order too. I'm surprised that Jade didn't put that on her shop. Usually when she does a custom for someone that's an old masters, she'll just put it up for purchase. So I'm surprised it's not there. I wonder if it is. Let me check. Let's see. Oh, it is. I was gonna say, usually she just puts it on the shop. It is there. Okay, awesome. And it looks like you can get it as big as 80 by 110, as small as 30 by 40, round or square. So I would most likely get that in the biggest one. Let's see what the round looks good. I'd probably get it in the biggest one in round. That's usually my go-to now for big old kits, is just get it in round. I'm gonna be more apt to work on it more often, because for me, I don't know, I just am preferring rounds right now. And as long as I get it in the big size, I'm not worried about losing detail, or the biggest size. So that's cool, that's awesome. Thanks for the comment. Then we've got Beck's Hobbies, said, super excited for this event. I started diamond painting this year, and I didn't see myself working on an old masters. That is until I found Jaded Gem Shop and saw Alphonse Muca's works be done as diamond paintings. I purchased Night's Rest from Jade, and I'll be starting it as soon as I receive it for both events. Yay! Let me look that up now. Night's Rest. This is how Summer with the Masters is how I get sucked into purchasing so much stuff, because I'm like, ooh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's from the Times of Day, Night's Rest by Jaded Gem Shop. That's cool. That one comes in as small as 30 by 90, but as big as 60 by 180, which is what Gizmonda was for me. Square or round. I'd do it in round. That looks really pretty. I don't know if I'm going to do the Times of Day series from Muka, because I just don't know where I'd hang all those panels. Everything for me right now is earmarked for the theatrical, the Sarah Bernhardt images, and then I have the seasons. But I got 2 of my seasons from Diamond Painting Shop. Those are both done, summer and winter. I have spring from Distracted by Diamonds, and then I have autumn, which is from a different seasons series from Muka, but I got that from Jade. So I still have one of each season. It's just one of them's from like a different series. So we'll see how it looks with the other ones, but I don't mind. I'll hang them right up next to each other. They're all different sizes too, because I got them from different shops and they do different renderings. So they're all different sizes, but my theatrical release series, the Sarah Bernhardt series, those will all be 60 by 180. So yeah. Thank you for the comment. Then we've got Poodle Paws 44. Hi, Anthony. I had a question about the event. Is a cropped Old Masters image okay? There's one on Jaded Gem Shop I really like and would love to do it for the event, but I actually prefer a cropped version, the cropped version Jade has to offer. Yeah, of course. As long as it hasn't been altered in the sense that it's changing what's on the original image or the cropped image. So for instance, if you got, let's say you got the Starry Night, but with cats on it, all over it, that doesn't count. Or if you got the Mona Lisa, but Mona Lisa is Bart Simpson, that doesn't count. Or anything like that. Like, oh, it's the Last Supper, but it's all superhero characters. No, that doesn't count. So as long as you're not changing the actual like image itself as far as what was originally painted, if you're doing a crop, that's fine. As long as everything that is in that crop was of the original image, then you're okay. So yeah, if you wanted to do like I said, like the Last Supper, Jaded has a crop where you get rid of almost all of the background and it's just focused on the subjects, that's fine. So however you want to do a crop, that's totally cool. You're more than welcome to. Just make sure that whatever the crop is of has not been altered in the sense that it's not the original painting, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Just Shell said, I'm working on another Klimt from Diamond Dots. Yay! That's awesome. And then Mommy214 says, thank you for the video. I have a question. I am fairly new to diamond painting. I've already purchased a smaller Van Gogh kit from Diamond Dots. Do I have to be working on my kit the entire 2 months if I finish it early? Do I need to start another Old Masters kit to continue to participate? No, absolutely not. So the way it works, and let me screenshot this so I can respond to them directly because they might not listen to all my videos. Okay, sorry, battery died. I just took a screenshot of those last 2 questions. That way I can answer them again on my kickoff video, because I don't expect or presume that everyone makes it an hour and a half or however long into a vlog of responding to comments just waiting for an answer to their question. So I will include that in the kickoff video. That way I'm assuming folks that are interested in the event will be watching a short kickoff video. So I did screenshot those. So do I need to start another Old Masters kit to continue to participate? Let's see. What happens if I finish it early? So yeah, the way it works is you sign up for the event one time. And we encourage people to only sign up for the event one time. So you're not going to be filling out the sign-up sheet multiple times if you're doing multiple kits. It's just the one time. So you can list in that one Google form all the kits that you plan on working on, but you only need one single entry. And you don't even need to sign up right on day one. As long as you sign up by the end of the event, you'll be eligible for the grand prize, as long as you've signed up by July 31st. If you want to participate in the other giveaways that Katie and I will be doing on the 9th, the 23rd, the 7th, and the 21st, then you will need to have been signed up by the time we pick those winners. You know what I mean? So if I go up on the 9th of June and I'm like, hey, the first round of prizes for this week are going to be this, this, and this, I'm drawing the winners next week. If you haven't signed up for the event by that following week, then you're not eligible because you're not on the spreadsheet, so I can't pick you, or you won't get picked. So, and I think it's not even that. It's not even if you're on the spreadsheet. It's basically the way that we did it last year is, let's say on the 9th, I'm like, okay, here's the prizes. In order to participate, I just need you to comment with something you learned about Gustav Klimt, and this year it'll be something you learned about Muka, or your favorite whatever, or what kit you're working on in the comments. And then I just do random comment picker. Susie Q gets picked, and then I go into the spreadsheet and find Susie Q to get her email address so I can email her prizes. But if you're not on the spreadsheet, then I have to pick somebody else, because you have to have at least signed up for the event. So that being said, you don't need to actively be participating the entire 2 months to participate. You can participate by filling out the form with a project that's a whip that you maybe only work on one day during the entire month, but at least you're, participating in that sense. And participation also just means watching the videos and commenting. So just fill out the form with whatever your first kit is. If you finish it halfway through the event, then you can move on to something completely different, not event related. You can pick a different Old Masters, whatever you want to do. You can take a month off, take a break. As long as you've filled out the form with what kit you will be working on for the event at some point, even if it's for 2 hours, you're going to be pulling out a whip and working on it. Or maybe you're working on one of the Old Masters. What are they called? What's the name of those little mini kits that everyone's been doing? They're like the little small, tiny little frameable kits. I forget what they're called. Katie's done a couple sets of them. I forget what they're called. But even if you decide to work on one of those, that's like the Great Wave, that counts. So even if it's something that took you 30 minutes, an hour to work on, as long as you fill out your form with what you're working on and you're commenting in our videos and engaging, then that's really all that matters. So feel free to move on to something else completely unrelated, pick a different kit. It does not matter. Just make sure you fill out the Google form between June 1st and July 31st with your name, your email, your Instagram if you have one, because we do like to share people's finishes, and the image, title, artist, and year it was produced. That's what we'll be asking you in the form, and that will go live on June 1st, and it will be in the description box of our kickoff video, so look for that there. I'm going to see if Katie would be willing to share it on her Facebook group, and then I'll share it on my Instagram, because I don't have a Facebook group. We're almost there, buddy. You're looking wiped out. You're looking wiped out, sir. But hopefully that answers your question. These look so pretty. This is from Sumeri. I'm so sorry. You'll have to help me with that one. These look so pretty. However, I've always wondered why it's called Jaded Gem Shop. Like, I know Jade is the owner's name, but jaded is an adjective for something that's occluded, and therefore the complete opposite of the shine that diamond paintings have. Yeah, I'm not sure. That'd be a really good question for Jade. But thank you for the comment. Danish Puzzler said, looking forward to this one. Maybe because I'm in Canada and excited for summer, I have 3 kits. 2 are small travel friendly because I have to travel a couple of times in July for work. One is a big jaded gem shop. It will be my first one actually started from jade. Oh, yay. That's awesome. That's so cool. I want to know, you'll have to let me know the names of them. Michelle Scott says, hi, I'm super new to diamond painting, but super excited to join Summer with the Masters. I found an image from Diamond Painting Shop, but it says it's in round drills. Would square be better? Image is Soul of the Rose, if that helps. No, not necessarily. I mean, as long as it's in a large enough size that you're still going to capture a lot of the detail, I think that's totally fine. Let's push. I got it wrong last time, too. Yeah, as long as it's not like a super small kit where that drill size would impact it. I mean, anytime you go round, you're inherently going to get less overall detail than square because there are fewer quote-unquote pixels because round drills are bigger. But I know that Rosa over at Diamond Painting Shop pays a lot of attention to which size makes sense for which drill shape, and she does a lot of hand charting, so even if she needs to kind of refine some of the details by hand in the rendering to clean it up a bit, she'll do that too. So I would have no concern getting a round drill kit from her. In fact, I just finished an old Masters in round from her, which is Summer. And I'm editing Anthony, if you can remember, throw a picture of Summer in. And then I've also completed Winter from her, from Alphonse Mucha, and they both looked fantastic in round. So I wouldn't worry about it. I would go for it personally. I think I've seen that kit on her shop, and I would be totally fine purchasing that. But I had already done it in square from Distracted by Diamonds, the first Summer with the Masters. I had already completed it, otherwise I probably would have purchased it in round from her. So I say no worries, I'd say go for it. But let me, just to do my due diligence, let me go look at the size for you. You all right, buddy? We're almost there. He looks hot. So we're going to look at Soul of the Rose. Soul of the Rose 1908. What size is this? Oh, it's 60 by 80. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. I think that'll look good. Here's her all rendered out. I think that would look fine. My only thing with this rendering, this is just me being nitpicky, and it's something that you might want to either reach out to Rosa about if it's something that you also notice or would notice, or you may need to just, if you decide to pull the trigger on it, take a look at it when you get it in, and you might need to do some little adjustment. I'm not loving... This is me just being honest. I love this shop. I just finished a kit from this shop. I can't zoom in. Well, let me zoom in. Ah, yes. I'm not loving this cheek. You see those like really bright drills? I'm not sure if those ended up getting charted as a crystal or an AB, or it's just how they got rendered out. I'm not loving those bright pink drills on her cheek. I'd probably keep it all the rosy color that's around it, especially as around at this size. I think that might stand out, and you can almost see it a little bit more in the charting. You see that on her cheeks? No, that's giving me rosacea vibes. So I wouldn't be into that. I would, if I was in your position where I'm like, should I get this kit? I would reach out to Rosa and be like, hey, I'm interested in purchasing this kit. She has a contact us page or a contact me page. Hey, I'm interested in getting this kit, but this is just what I would do. If that is not of a concern to you, then I'm not telling you you should go do this. And certainly don't be like, hey, I was going to get this kit, but Anthony told me to reach out to you beforehand to complain about this. Please, please don't do that. Please don't sully my relationship with the shops that I've built really good relationships with, because I'm not going to buy this kit, so it is a non-issue for me. But if I was to buy it, or if I was looking at that, one thing I might do is reach out to her and be like, hey, you know, I'm interested in this kit. I did notice that there's kind of almost like a bright, almost neon looking pink on her cheeks sporadically. Is that how it looks when it's completed, or is it a little bit more softer? You know, how do you feel about it? And see what she says. And if she was to come back to me and say, no, I think it looks totally fine. Once it's at a viewing distance, it's blended, you know, it blends out, then I'd get it anyway. But it might trigger her to be like, oh, let me take another look at that. So I always like giving shops the opportunity to, if I notice something like that on the shop, to mention it and give them the opportunity to just take another, you know, take another pass at it or take another look, rather than finishing the kit and then being like, I don't like this, you know. And then, like I said, the other thing that I might do is, you know, if she came back and said, oh, I think it looks fine to me, and I got it and it still wasn't my jam, then I would probably just swap those pink drills out for the lighter pink that's around them. Because, yeah, I'm not too sure about that personally. So, anyway. But yeah, please don't go to Rosa and be like, Anthony said that he didn't like this and I wanted it, but he said to write you and complain. Okay. Moving on. Thank you so much for the comment. And I as far as the sizing goes, that looks totally fine as far as the size and it being round. And then Happy Little Drills, Carol said, so excited, currently looking for a painting. This will be my first time participating in the event. Yay, well, I'm glad that you're participating. That's awesome. All right. Moving on, we have vlog episode 106, Walking Around Golden. Alley Cat said, such a bummer about your lost videos. I'm so disappointed for you. Yeah, that was not fun. You seem to take it so hard. I certainly hope everyone understands that you don't need to redo any of them. It's such a hard hit when things you have worked so hard on just disappear into who knows where. I like that you'll be doing a comparison between an enhanced and an unenhanced kit. Something I would like to see is an explanation of enhancing a square drill kit versus a round drill. I only work on square kits, at least currently, and I see a lot of enhancement drills only come in a round shape, even though they may be sized for squares. So just concerned that it might look rather strange. I know the sparklers for squares do tend to have the square grid lines showing in between. Thanks for all you do. I find your blogs very interesting. Oh, yay! Yeah, I can definitely do a square drill next. That, who knows when that project would come to fruition, is doing a enhancement of square drill. I almost always do round. Hop up. Because, hop up, just as you said, and up, good boy, and one more, last one, good boy. Just as you said, a majority of enhancement drills come in rounds, so you have more of a selection. I tend to like enhancing round drills for that purpose, or for that reason, I guess. Do you want to go down here and get some water? Don't pull me down the mountain. Easy, easy, good boy. And yeah, I mean, I guess maybe I could see the grid lines when I did Astronomer with the sparklers for squares, but it wasn't enough for me to like clock it. And especially at a viewing distance, it wasn't, honestly, that wasn't even something I thought about, is seeing the grid lines. If they were there, I was not noticing it enough for it to be an issue. What do you think? What do you think, big butt? You thirsty boy again? I'm getting some stream water. I wonder if he would just lay down in the water if he was that hot. Because it is very cold water. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. You ready to go? We're almost back to the car. You can hang out. It's up to you. Okay, you can go. All right, sweetheart, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Did that give you some energy back? Good boy. So yeah, that wasn't anything that I thought about, but it probably was the truth because it's a square with a circle in it. So you're going to see the little corners. But yeah, and as far as square enhancement drills, there are shops that have some, but you're not going to find sparklers like the glass drills. From what I understand, there are no manufacturers that make glass, and I'm not saying glass in place of saying crystal or something else, because a lot of people will be like, there's so many shops that do square crystals. The DP with sparklers are physically made of glass, as in the material glass, so they're not plastic. And that's what I like about them so much, is they are just they just add more dimension. Having that glass has more dimension, and it plays with the colors a little bit differently. They're heavier, so they feel like more luxury when you're working on them, and I just prefer them over any other enhancement drill, and that's just the bottom line. But you can't get them in square, which makes sense because A, would be probably really hard to produce, and B, could you imagine having all these square drills next to each other and you accidentally press one against another one the wrong way and a sharp corner of glass breaks off and just goes flipping towards your face? So I understand why a square piece of glass with a hard square corner probably doesn't make a lot of sense for a number of reasons in diamond painting. But I wish they did it. I would be really careful, I promise. But I wish they did it. So when it comes to squares, you have usually just like your plastic, resin, acrylic, whatever. I'm just going to call them plastic. Plastic crystal drills, or plastic metallics, or plastic glow in the darks, or this and that. But you won't find those like sparklers. But there are a number of shops that do have square metallics and square this and that. I just don't use them very often because I prefer using my sparklers. So yeah, I should do one. I will do one. That comparison video would most likely not be until 2025 because I just started making some good progress on my round comparison project, which probably won't go up until August. So just keep that in mind, that's how long it's taken me just to do this one, let alone, and August is even being generous. November might be more realistic, or yeah, that might be my to be conservative, November's probably more likely, just with everything else I have planned. So it's taken me a year, if not longer, to put together one. So let alone doing it again for squares, would most likely not happen until late 2025. So I think the methodology is the same. I think where maybe you might be struggling with is actually obtaining the square enhancement drills. And if that's the case, then I'm more than happy to show when I do my round drill comparison and sit down to do the shopping. I'll show some other sites where you can get some enhancement drills, and I will highlight some that offer squares. And maybe that'll be enough to help you. But if it's also actually where they go on squares, that would be, because I'd have to do 2 more kits that are the same. I just don't foresee that happening anytime soon. So yeah, if it's a shopping thing, I can help with that easier. So you have to let me know what specific info you're hoping to glean from the comparison for squares. Oh, you said it would look rather strange. I don't think so. Oh, with the rounds on a square drill kit. No, it didn't for me. But once again, I'm the one doing it, and I I was getting myself into. So then when I took a step back, it looked fine. But maybe someone that wasn't used to seeing that might find it weird, or someone that doesn't diamond paint might find it weird. So yeah, I'm not sure. I was worried about it looking weird too, and I ended up not having an issue, so. Okay, moving on, we go to Loba Crafts, and this is in regards to my vlog episode 105. Loba Crafts says, for someone like myself, I can even say that the landscapes are falling short with DAC. I see more kits I actually want from other small shops and Dreamer Designs versus Diamond Art Club, which is for me disappointing. Oh, that is a bummer. Yeah, it just really depends on like what your tastes and what your preferences are. Like some shops are going to really feed into that, and some are not going to feed into that as much, for sure. And landscapes are one of those things that I feel like, let's see. There you go. I don't know, I hear landscapes get debated a lot in like smaller shops of like, should we carry them? Should we not carry them? Should we, like, it's almost one of those things that might be more niche than people assume, because there are a lot of shops that do, some shops that do have quite a few of them, but they're kind of more rare, I think, in some other small shops. That, like, specifically, I know Jaded Gem Shop is really limited on the landscapes they sell, and I think that's just personal preference for Jade, but I think it might also be a reflection of like what tends to be popular, because I don't know, for me it does seem like Dreamer Designs and Diamond Art Club do have kind of the most variety of landscapes. Even Diamond Painting Shop, they have a few but not a ton, and some that they did have when they first launched went on sale and I think might be discontinued now, or they reworked them to be smaller. So I'm not sure. Landscapes are just like, I think that's one of those categories that I don't think anyone's really like nailed down, like, okay, everyone loves these big old landscapes. And I started off by not liking them because I was like, they're always so big because there's so much to view. But then at the same time, it's like, but then what's my focal point, But I've come around, and now I really do enjoy a lot of landscapes, especially like mountainy ones. Whew. But they are a little bit harder to come by, I feel like, or maybe that's not even true. I'm not sure. For whatever reason, I just feel like there's this attitude around landscapes of like, should we do it? Should we not do it? Or like, I don't do very many landscapes on my site because I'm not a fan of them, or and Jade's not the only shop that I've heard that from, or heard that they don't sell well. So once again, it might be coming down to people, like, it's just a response to what customers wanted. If every single landscape that Diamond Art Club was releasing was just selling out and wish lists were a mile long for all these landscapes, then of course they're not going to be like, well, we're not going to do as many because we don't like money. Like, of course they're going to lean into that and keep releasing them, or release more of them to feed the demand. So if we're seeing a slowdown of landscapes, that's most likely not only a reflection of what's being voted on, which is also based off of customer demand, but just how sales are reflecting. So it sucks that there isn't necessarily a single shop that is going to, regardless of if it's popular or not, they'll just let it sit on the shelf for 4 years waiting for that one person who likes it to come along. It'd be awesome if we had shops that had enough capital and enough warehouse space to just have every style of image, and regardless of if it sells well, it doesn't matter. They'll just have everything you could think of all the time. So that way no one ever felt like they were slowing down on a particular style or a particular artist. But that's just not practical. And they're always going to have to change and adjust based on customer requests and sales and stuff. So I don't think we can hold it against shops like Diamond Art Club for changing up their product selection, because I don't think they're doing it for funsies. I think it's a direct reflection of where there's money to be made and what customers are asking for, even though that might not be what you're asking for, you know? I hope that makes sense. But it is good that you're finding other shops that are feeding that need. And maybe you can let Diamond Art Club know, like, hey, I've noticed that there's been less of this type of style or less from these particular artists. Is there, I was hoping there might be some stuff coming down the pipeline, or, I hope you're not completely moving away from them. You can at least voice how you feel about it, so at least that's another data set that they can work off of. So maybe they do decide to re-release some stuff or sign some new artists or put some more landscapes into voting. But I don't hold the kind of stuff as far as like product spread and their offerings. It's so hard to hold that against a shop like Diamond Art Club, because they work so hard to make sure that their options are a reflection of what we're asking for and what we're buying. So it's like I can't get mad at them for that, because I don't think they're actively trying to leave money on the table. You know what I mean? So thank you so much for the comment. And now you're going to want me, I've never worked on a Dreamer Designs kit before. I've always found their images to look too blown out, like the colors look too blown out, and they just look a little like sickly vibrant to me in some way. I don't know how to explain it, but like sometimes I'm like, I like this image, but calm down on the saturation a little bit, my word. So I've never purchased anything from them, and I've always kind of heard mixed results on like the material quality and stuff. So it just instantly seemed like something I'd buy and then de-stash. So I've never purchased anything from them, but I'd like to support them if I could find something that I'm interested in, or the colors don't look too wonky, especially comparing them to like the original image. Like if you search the artist and look at their image, it's like, oh, what happened? And sometimes that can work for diamond painting, like to up the saturation. But from what I've seen from like the finishes, like someone finishing a kit, it still looks like the vibrancy has been cranked up to 11, and it just makes it look like I said, I can't come up with any other word than like sickly. It makes the image look sickly bright or sickly sweet, vibrant to me. I'm just like, ugh, it's like someone poured syrup all over everything. But you'll have to let me know if there's, maybe I just need to go on the shop and take another look, because it's been, I can't even tell you the last time I looked at Dreamer Designs website, a year, longer, I'm not sure, but I've never purchased from them. So maybe I need to mix it up a little bit. But thank you so much for the comment, as always. I love your content as well. Okay, Bella La Luna. This is in regards to a whole bunch of comments in regards to my vlog episode 106. Bella La Luna says, sorry to hear about your videos. Isn't technology wonderful? Don't worry about it though. It is what it is. And then, oh look, Coors. My nephew-in-law still works there, I believe. Oh, awesome. That's so cool. Thank you for the comment. Diamonds and Doxy says, hi Anthony, I'm so sorry you lost all that content. Don't worry about letting us down. We understand. What I do not understand is how speaking with an Australian accent is a hate crime, or any crime. I swear, some people are just clueless and invent ways to be offended. You keep doing you, Leanne. Thank you so much, Leanne. I keep forgetting Diamonds and Doxies. Leanne. Hi, Leanne. Yeah, I mean, we've hashed that out a number of times, but yeah, it didn't make any sense to me. And if that's how you feel as your personal opinion about me putting on an accent is equivalent to a hate crime, or you equate me putting on an Australian accent would be the same as someone wearing blackface, was also the comparison that this person made. That's fine, but to put that on your community tab for your business that you run, a business which I've supported for a long time, I think that was the move that I was like, yeah, that's no thank you, absolutely not. Like, fine, but I no longer and will never feel the need to support you or your business again. So I just got rid of all my stuff, and that's that. So yeah, but I agree. Yeah, I won't go into like my personal feelings on where that might come from, how someone might come to that conclusion, because I don't want to be rude. But what I will say is I don't feel emboldened to support that shop or that business ever again. So yeah. Let's see how we well, I guess we could go the same way. We might as well just go with the same way we came, right? I was gonna say, is there a shortcut up there? So I don't want to do this uphill, but we're doing it. Okay. I got a heart and like that. Okay. So yeah, thank you so much, Leanne, for the comment. I appreciate it. Lisa 0815 says, "Hi Anthony, this video was just in time. I was missing you. I am from Cleveland my whole life." Oh, just moved to a suburb about 15 years ago. There's a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Museum of Art, Great Lakes Science Center, the House from A Christmas Story can be toured, and even museums on history and natural history. All very nice. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for the comment. I think I might have read your comment and then filmed a vlog a while back talking about, someone commented about something. This must have been it. So thank you so much, Lisa. Yeah, I'm planning on going to the Cleveland Museum of Art on Sunday, the 9th, before my flight. So if you want to come meet me, you're more than welcome to, or just get coffee or something. I'll be there. It'll probably be in the early afternoon or mid-afternoon, probably the last like hour or two before the museum closes. And then I'll be free for a few hours to wander around, maybe try to find one more museum to hit up if they're open, get some food, drop off my rental car around 7 p.m. and then make my way to the airport. So yeah, keep me posted, but thank you so much for the tips. I'll have to look up those other places to see operating hours for them, because if I have time to do multiple things, I'd love to, but I was assuming I'd only get time to do one. So yeah, thank you. And then Tracy Cruz says, "Hi Anthony, I would watch everything you do. I enjoy listening. You really do have a busy upcoming time ahead. I hope you enjoy all of your time off." Thank you. And then Sumiri, you're gonna have to help me with the name, that way I'm not butchering it every time. I always feel so bad. I think people who judge you just on that parody video and not take into account of your general optimism, uplifting personality, and great nuance in communication across all your videos are judging you unfairly. I personally thought the parody video was a bit too over the top. Some parts were a bit offensive, but because your acting was so hilarious, yeah, I guess if that's the case, if you're like, I don't know, I don't understand that at all, but I've already, once again, this horse is so dead by now that I've had to get a Ouija board, call it back into the living world, and then beat it again. So I'm not even gonna comment on that. But I went into it knowing your intentions, since you talked about it so much before even getting props for it, and you did your due diligence in asking people would be down for this project. It definitely was a video you had to do and have the right to do for your own creative pursuits in carrying out an idea. There's a saying, if you're friends with everyone, you're friends with no one. There will always be haters. You do you. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the comment. And then this will be our last one. Mia's Life with KFS says, hold on. Oh, Apollo, my bod. Gosh darn it with those videos, but don't fret about it. We all get that, accidents happen. Your paint along with A Question of Reality is on my radar, but I do have a kit I want to work on in September, so I have to see. I hope I will be able to join the live tomorrow. It depends on time, though. I hope you and Apollo have a great day, and I send hugs to you both. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, don't feel bad about... don't feel like you must join the A Question of Reality event if you already have other stuff going on. It's really just a time. I mean, the kit itself spurred on my interest of talking about some like psychological stuff, otherworldly things, different stuff like that. So the kit is more just kind of the catalyst for the series of videos that I'll be doing, talking about these different subjects that I have either an active or passive interest in to learn more. But in no way do I want anyone to feel like in order to join in, they need to buy that kit or have it with them. I'm not going to be asking anyone to have it with them. If you do, great. But if not, it's not a big deal at all. I thought that was a trash can. It's just for cigarettes. Let's find a trash can. Come on, buddy. So yeah, don't feel like you need to work on it at the same time or at all. Don't feel like you need to buy it. The thing that would be awesome if you did do is just watch the content and like it and comment on it as it comes up. This is my plan, and this is my ambitious version of this plan. It's gonna run from September through October, which will give me August off in between summer with the masters and this. September and October, once a week, I'll be putting up a video doing a shallow dive into 8 different topics that are shown, or subject matters that are expressed in that image. There's more than that in that image. There's much more imagery and theming, but I'm just gonna pick 8. And I'm gonna do maybe a 20 or 30 minute essay, short essay on those topics and the history and my personal thoughts and beliefs and feelings on the particular topic, whether it be the use of psychedelics or UFOs or all of that stuff. And a lot of it I don't even know, so I can't even speak to it yet, but I'm excited to learn. So that's how that's gonna go. And then on at least one video, at least right now, there is a plan to have a special guest involved in this to talk about some stuff with me. But they're not gonna be super huge, long videos. I'll be incorporating a completely different look to the channel as far as the intros and outros, and the music and stuff will be themed. I swear, is there not a single trash can in this place? Oh, okay. Thought this was another ashtray. I was like, geez, Louise. So don't feel pressured to go out and buy a kit or set other plans aside to work on this. Just as long as I encourage you to engage, and that would be awesome if you did that. I will be doing giveaways. I don't know what that's going to look like yet. I don't like talking about this stuff because I feel like I'm jinxing it, but I am going to reach out to Diamond Art Club and see if they'd be willing to support in any way. If not, no big deal. But I think I'm going to ask them and see if they'd be willing to do anything. Because I think it's really awesome that speaking of product selection, I think it's awesome that Diamond Art Club released that kit at all, and it's so different. And so in a lot of the theming in there is just stuff that some people might be like, that's not cool, that's offensive. And it's like, no, it's art, So I really appreciate that they're willing to take those kind of risks with the products that they do release, and kind of, you know, set the bar a little bit higher for like doing more conceptual art as diamond paintings in the mainstream. You know, I see a lot of, you know, smaller shops that will do that. You know, Jaded Gem Shop in particular is really good about carrying a wide variety of subject matters and themes. But to see a larger shop like Diamond Art Club being willing to take those types of risks is so cool too, even if it means it's not like #1 seller, you know. So I feel like they do take a lot of, you know, like I said, a lot of that comes from customer feedback and customer response, but I could see them also doing something from an artist just to be like, let's see what happens with this. So I'm happy that they have Christopher Lavelle just in general, because he is really unique with his artwork styles. So anyway, Mia, don't feel like you need to do anything special. Just be there, and if you get a chance to watch the videos, hit the like, leave a little comment, and I'll be probably doing giveaways based off of comments. So it'll be like, tell me about your thoughts on LSD, and then I'll pick a winner from that, or something like that. I don't know. That's not an exact answer or example, but you know what I mean. So anyway, that's it. Our car's right here. So look at him. Look at how over it he is. We're gonna get in the car. We're gonna go find the biggest cup of ice he'll ever imagine. I'm gonna get myself the biggest cup of something delicious I could ever imagine. We're probably gonna drive around a little bit longer, so Joe has some more time to work on the door, and then we're gonna go home. I'm gonna turn the AC on. I'm gonna turn the fan on, and I'm just gonna diamond paint until my hand cramps up. So, all right, well, don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Otherwise, happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.